Welcome along there. Hi, Carla. Sorry, this wasn't loading up there. It seemed like there was some issue there, like they were updating the system, but it seems all right now. Just going to go on Facebook. Now, let's get Facebook up there. See me all right there. Welcome along there if you're just joining us. So I'll just give it one more minute there just to start off. I know everyone's just tuning in. And it's just a chair, Jim. So all we want is a good sturdy chair, and if you have yourself a bottle of water. So this will be a lighter session than what Laura did. A very good, tough session earlier. So as ever, our 2:00 session is just a slower, more relaxed session where we just kind of take things a little bit slower. So there is that variety if you want a harder session at 11:00, but this is a kind of slower session later in the day. And as ever, do as much as you're comfortable with. If you feel breathless, uncomfortable, you rest as required. So there's no pressure at all at any point. So just checking, a couple on YouTube there and a couple tuning in on Facebook. So I hope everyone had a nice Easter there. I think we'll just begin. We'll get straight in. As I said, this will be a nice light session. Welcome along, Margaret. Good to hear from you. So let's just begin with a nice warm up, just to slowly begin, just to get our body moving. So I'm going to start off down at my feet today, and I'm just going to start off with a nice little march first, and just slowly bringing up that heart rate, just getting my body moving a little bit. So if we just continue to march, just keep an eye on the comments there. Sylvia Fidel, great to have you from Dundalk, brilliant. Nice slow march. Okay, slow the movement down, and now just lift the toes up off the floor. So now just down to my feet, lifting the toes up, and then into a little march. So even just things like the warm-up, just trying to add a little bit of variety to some of the other chair gym sessions I've done, just make them slightly different. But as I say, the goal is just to keep these sessions a little bit slower, a little bit more relaxed than some of the harder sessions at 11:00. Pause, lift the heels up off the floor now. So just lifting your heels up off the ground. So heels up, just getting that little bit of movement. And then again, return to a march. So I just think I'm warming the body up, just preparing myself, building up into our main work now. Okay, back to the feet, which I rock forward and back. So I combine the movements up on the toes, back onto the heels. So just rock your feet forward and back. Okay, and then I'm just going to kick the legs out. And we're going to start moving up the body and getting the upper body involved now. So just kick the legs out, switching the legs on. Okay. And then next, what I want to do is just lift hands to the side of my head. So I'm just lifting the arms up and just tapping hands to the side of head. So again, just say warming ourselves up. Just preparing for some of our main movements. Okay. Now, if I keep hands side of head, just careful space-wise, but just slowly open the arms out to the side. So again, just if there was anyone nearby, just careful not hitting anyone or any vases or ornaments in your house. Just careful as you open those arms out. Okay. And then keeping hands side of head, slowly rotate the body left and right. And again, this is a slow movement. Just try not to swing side to side. I think you get a little stretch in the back, little upper body movement. So I just go slowly. It might be very small in terms of range, but I'll get a little bit further as I go along. So just rotate slowly side to side. Okay. Keep those hands up and just gently tilt forward. Now, if I'm finding it very hard to keep the hands in this position, just relax the arms down, and that's fine. No pressure. Just tilt the body forward. And do another 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And I'm just going to relax the arms down, just rock them forward and back. We're just shown from the side, just gently sway the arms forward and back, just loosening out around the shoulders. And then again, bring hands side of head and slowly tilt side to side. Again, not too dramatic, not too fast with the movement, just carefully side to side. Just getting that little bit of movement, side to side. And relax back down, okay? From there, I'm just going to lift my right shoulder up and then left shoulder. So just shrug one shoulder up at a time there. That's great. Yeah, that's brilliant to hear, Mary. And your mother's very welcome along. As I said, this 2 o'clock session is a seated chair gym, so all the exercises are seated. And then we do a more challenging session at 11 o'clock. We're just trying to bring exercise to all, so whatever level is right for the person. I just want to try and keep people as active as we can. And that's what we're aiming to do with these videos. Just give people an option to keep themselves physically active. But your mother is very welcome along. So that's our warm-up completed. What I want to do now is move into our main movements. And as I always say with this chair gym, I keep the repetitions quite high, just that you have sufficient time to perform the movements, that I'm not jumping from one thing to the other too fast. So don't feel you have to keep up, go at your own pace. So movement number 1, what I'll do is lift my right foot off the floor and just push forward in circles. So like a pedaling action. And say with all the movements, I'll kind of time them down. We do about 10, 15 reps. And then I just start to time the movements down just to finish them off. So pushing your right leg forward in circles. We'll just go for another 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I swap sides. Left foot up. Slowly push the leg forward in circles. And just keeping your foot up off the ground if you can. And just if you're watching on the phone and the kind of comments are in the way, just scroll to the right and that'll clear the comments and you'll get a better view of the movements. Just keep going. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Perfect. Okay. And again, I think I did forget to introduce myself. My name is Shane. I'm our South Dublin trainer, so we are very welcome along. So let's continue on. And what I'm going to do is lift my right leg out, like a show from the side. Keep the leg out, foot up off the floor, and just hover that leg up and down. Keep the leg straight. Keep the heel off the ground. And just gently hover that leg up and down. A couple of different things I could feel, whether it's the hip, the back of the leg, or the front of the leg. All different parts I could feel here. We'll go 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Swap sides. Left leg out, straight leg. And again, just hover that leg up and down. If you can keep your heel off the floor, that's great. If you need to rest down, that's fine. But keep the leg straight, and I just hover up and down. And I continue for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and rest down. Perfect. Now, what I'm going to do next is dig the heel out. So I'll just show what I mean. If I dig the right heel out, dig the left heel. What I also want to do is press the arms at the same time. So just going to start very slow. Dig the heel, press the arm. I'm just going to show that from the side. So again, dig the heel, press the arm. So let's continue with this movement. Don't go too fast. Just keep it slow and steady. Just dig the heel, press the arms. And let's finish out. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Perfect. Now, just since I'm in this side position, straighten your body up. Come away a little bit from the back of the chair. Straighten the arms. I'm looking directly in front. And I just reach or lean my body forward. So what I want to try and do here is keep my back straight. So I don't want to round or bend my spine. I keep everything straight and I'm just fixed, looking directly in front. So upper body, core active and playing an important part here. We just reach forward for another 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And then rest down. Okay. A little bit moving into more, continuing with some upper body work. What I want to do is tuck the elbows in, hands faced up. So just show that again. Elbows in, hands faced up. Open the arms out. Keep the elbows fixed by your sides. So think the elbows are in by your side as you open the arms. So that's a nice movement for the shoulders called external rotation. All it means is just a little movement from the shoulders, opening out as much as I can, not letting the elbows lift out. So I keep them locked in. We'll go for another 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And back down. Perfect. Next, what I'm going to do is a side raise. So just check space-wise beside you here. And we're going to do a couple of different ranges, a couple of different movements of the shoulders. So arms down by my sides. If there is arms on your chair, just kind of lift the arms outside of the arms of the chair. What I'm going to do is lift the arms out, back down. So my arms won't go above shoulder height. Just slowly lift out, slowly back down. Straight arms, lifting out to your sides. So this is a nice way to connect with our shoulders, lifting out to the sides. I'll go for 10, 9, 8, 7, just finishing out here, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Perfect. So then just kind of shake those shoulders out, slowly roll back. and slowly roll forward, just loosening out in between. So we went sideways, now we'll go front. So again, just straighten the arms out, hands down, and now the action is to lift the arms directly in front. And again, think no higher than shoulder level. So just raising in front for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Okay, perfect. So we went side, we went front. Now what I want to do is go backwards. So what I want to do is show from behind. So if I'm sitting against my chair, I want to just come a little bit forward, rest the arms, and then just slowly go back. So the arms are straight, and I slowly go backwards. You see my head just stays kind of looking front, and I'm just working a different range of the shoulders, which is backwards, extension, directly back. Go, range won't be very big, just a very small little range. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And back down. Perfect. Okay. Very welcome along, Mary. Hope you're keeping well, and Austin. Sorry for the noise. Hope you had a nice Easter. We'll just bring hands together up at about chest level and just press forwards. And work just showing from the side. If I can keep those hands roughly in line with my chest, and I just press out from the elbows here, just pressing straight in front. So I think upper body here, chest active. I feel shoulders, arms a little bit helping out as well. Another, just keep going. Again, quite high with the reps, just to give everyone a chance to kind of connect with the movements. We'll go 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Perfect. Okay, I'm just going to relax down. Move back into a little bit of lower body with our legs. So, again, I like to hold on to the chair sometimes for this one. Foot up, extend the leg out. And if you guys just continue on, I'm just going to show, it's like to give everyone the kind of best view. Just extend the leg out. So I think of my thigh, the top of the leg is active. And just by keeping your foot off the floor, we'll just put a little bit of extra tension on the position. But if you need to rest down in between, that's absolutely fine. So we just continue extending the leg for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And we'll swap sides. So again, I'm just switching so you can see, that's all. Left foot up, extend the leg. And I can just hold on for a little bit of support with my chair. So left leg extends out. Nice little connection, little squeeze in my thigh here at the top of the leg. And I get that nice movement from the knee as well. Again, keeping the foot off the floor. Just putting a little bit of extra tension into the movements. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And rest it down. Perfect. Now, just throw a little bit of extra challenge in. What I want us to do is lift the legs out and hold position. So keep your legs out straight. Don't let the feet drift. Try and keep them up. Legs straight. And I want us to hold that position. What we'll also do is just introduce the arms. And you now also keep the arms out. So the legs are out straight. So a little bit of tension in the legs. Keep the arms out. So now my shoulders active as well. I'm going to hold this position. And we'll count it down now. So let's just go 10, 9, keeping the feet up. 8, so nothing drops. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And rest down. So just a little hold, just putting a little bit of tension onto the legs there and shoulders active. Now, Next, what I want to do is bring hands together, straighten out the arms, just feel comfortable, and raise up as high as comfortable. So some of us, that might be as far as we feel happy raising, and that's fine. I'm not going to force it. If you feel comfortable, just gently raise a little bit higher. Now, everyone watching will be different. Some of us can raise overhead. Some of us won't want to go into that position. Really, it's just up to you, whatever feels right. And you're just thinking of your shoulders very active here as we raise the arms. We'll get another 5, 4, 3, 2, and then just keep it controlled. I'm not rushing. And 1. Now, keep those hands together. Okay, and what I want to do is just rotate the body side to side. So just slowly to the right, slowly to the left. And I think upper body rotation. So my hands are together. Just gently going right and to the left. So again, right and left. Always slow with your rotations. Just loosening out the upper body. Just connecting. So we'll just finish off with the last couple of rotations. Let's go 3, 2, and 1. Perfect. And just rest down. Again, let's just gently rock the arms forward and back. Show from the side. Just keeping the shoulders active. Nice and relaxed. Just loosen everything out. Okay. Now, I'm going to do a couple of arm movements. I think it's best if I show this from the side. So what I want to do is lift my right arm in front. Place my hand underneath and press the arm forward. And that part of the arm I'm holding, the back of the arm, is where I should feel a little connection as I press the arm. So the back of my arm, my tricep here, I might feel a little squeeze as I press forward. So the lower arm moves from the elbow, press forward. And I just like to clench the hand as well, just to get a little bit more tension into that arm as I press forward. I'll just go 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And I'll swap sides. Left elbow in front. Place your hand underneath for a little bit of support and press the arm forward. Okay. So just from the elbow, arm moves. Little clench in the hand just to put some nice tension onto the back of that arm, tricep. So let's just press forward. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Perfect. Now, so that targets the back of the arm. Now, very simple, just to hit the front of the arm, clench your hands nice and tight, elbows in, and curl up. So I'm going to show this from the side. Elbows stay fixed, so don't let the elbows lift from position. Clench the hands, so a little squeeze, and curl up towards your shoulders. And we're just trying to get a little connection with the front of the arm here. Just by clenching the hands, you can just get a little bit more an attention connection with that position. We curl. Okay, so we'll just continue on. Let's go quite high with the reps here. So let's keep going. And then we'll finish out. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And relax down. Perfect. Now, just going to go straight back to lower body. Make sure you can all see this one okay. What I want to do now is dig my heels out to the side. So I think slightly diagonal with my position. So just think tap the heels off the ground, open the legs out. A little bit wider now. So I'm not going in front anymore. I'm stretching across to the sides. Just dig the heels out. Now what I'll also do is introduce the arms. So right arm and leg, left arm and leg, both slightly diagonal. So think of your arm staying in line with the legs. Now I'm not going to get too bogged down coordination, but what I'd say is just keep it slow enough. If you're finding it a little bit confusing, tricky, just slow it right down and think the arm stays roughly in line with the leg. We keep going. Last few, let's do 2 more on each side. And 1 more. And back in. Perfect. Now, another little movement. I will show from the side. I'm going to extend my leg and raise the right arm. So it's a little bit more dynamic with our movements now. Right arm, right leg. So just extending the leg, connecting with my thigh. And I'm just going to connect with my shoulder as I raise. I'm just going to go right arm, right leg. And then I'm going to swap sides with left arm and left leg. Raise. Okay. So left arm, left leg. And continue on. If you guys keep going, swap position. Okay. Next, what we're going to do is mix it up. Right arm, left leg. Raise. So right arm, left leg. So now we bring a little coordination. You just have to think a little bit about the movements. Opposite sides are working. Right arm, left leg. And then let's swap. Left arm, right leg. I always say don't be too worried if you've kind of gone wrong here. I could easily go wrong myself. Just a little coordination. Just gets the brain thinking a little bit. So left arm, right leg. Just raise in front. Okay. And reset. I'm going to introduce the 2 arms with alternate legs. So 2 arms, right leg, 2 arms, left leg, and swap. So my shoulder is active with the arm raise, and I just connect with my leg on the extension. So 2 arms, alternate legs. Let's keep going. Let's go hen, do, tree, car, cuig, she, shacht, ucht, knee, agus ije. Perfect. And down. Excellent. Now, we'll do next a nice kind of mobility movement for the shoulders. These are called axial rotations. It's just a little rotation, a little movement. And what we'll do is we'll actually introduce thumbs. That gives a bit of guidance. So I'm going to focus on one side at a time, which is why I'm moving my position. So my right arm is out. Think thumb up. Rotate the arm. Thumb down. Now, don't worry about the thumb. I'm just using it as a kind of visual guidance or reference point. But I just think rotate the arm back as far as I can. And then rotate the arm forward as far as I can. And I'm just going to show that from the side as well. You can see I'm rotating in my shoulder. So again, forward and back. And just think going as far as you can between the 2 positions. If you go fast here, it might feel quite sore and tight in the shoulder. If you keep the action slow and steady, you should be able to safely go into the 2 ranges without any kind of pain. Because if you're going slow, you kind of get a feel for when you should stop. And I hold my chest just to stop the body from moving or taking over. So I just make sure the movement is just from that shoulder. And rest down. That's plenty on that side. Swap sides. So just so you all have a nice view. Left arm out again. I just lift the thumb up. Just gives me a little kind of reference point. Rotate down. Rotate up. And as I go along, I start to go further into the 2 ranges. So now I go forward far as I can and backwards far as I can. All the work is in the shoulder and my body is fixed. So I don't let my body sway or move. Think work from the shoulder. Just not to let your body kind of, or not to twist. Think slow. It should take a couple of seconds to go from one full range to the opposite range. It's all slow, steady from the shoulder. And relax down. Perfect. Now, one again, this will be quite challenging on the hip. So just to kind of let us know about that. Right foot up off the floor. Just make sure you're in a comfortable position. Just adjust if you don't feel kind of steady here. Lift the leg out to the sides and back in. And what I want is all the movement to be from my hip. So I don't want my body to turn with the movement. I just want it from the hip. So I'm just lifting the leg out and back in front. Now, this might start very small. Don't kind of try and force the leg really far to where it feels sore. Just slowly opening that leg out. Might look quite easy to start, but it does start to get quite tiring. And this is where we lift our leg out to the side, hip abduction. So just lifting out to the side. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Rest down. And just let you see the same action on the opposite side. Left foot is up. Slowly open the leg to the sides. Back and front. My body is fixed, stays in position as I open that left leg out. And again, this could be a really small movement and it'll just slowly open out. So just don't force it too far to where it feels really sore. Just think slowly opening the leg out and movement control from your hip. For 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And rest down. Perfect. Now, just kind of zooming in a little bit just so we can see this properly. What I want to do next is walk my feet in. So bring your feet together, bring your legs together. So everything is kind of tightened up here. Hands outside of my legs. And what I want to do is with my legs, press against my hands. So what I want to do is feel a little bit of tension here. You'll see this now if I demonstrate. So everything's wedged together. And now I push out against my hands. But with my hands, I don't allow this to happen really. I make a fight. So I don't let the legs just open out. I resist with my hands. And we should feel a little bit of tension in the legs here. So don't force through any kind of pain or what would feel uncomfortable. But just that you feel a little bit of tension. So my knees pushing out against my hands. But my hands say no and resist. I just hold, see a little shake in the legs, and relax. Now, if I do the opposite action, place the hands inside, so inside the legs or inside the knees. And now what I want to do is imagine my hands pushing the legs open, but my knees are pushing in. So there's again a battle. And just kind of keep that at like 50-50. They're both pushing against each other. So now, my knees try to push together, but my hands try and push them apart. And I do this gently at first, slowly. Might feel a little tension on my inner thighs. And I hold 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and relax. Okay. Hopefully that looked okay on the camera and we're able to follow along with that. Just one I like to do in classes sometimes, thinking about little tension, inner, outer thigh, but hopefully that was clear enough. I'll try it again in a future class. So, straighten the arms out, palms of the hands face each other, open right arm, back and front, open left arm, back and front. And I'm just going to keep this controlled, one arm at a time. And just so you can see that okay. Just opening the arm out to your sides. And kind of keeping the shape in your body. So not letting your body turn. Just keep everything steady. Opening arm out to your side. And just on our last couple of movements here. Just relax. We'll go into a cool down after another couple of movements. Just opening the arms out. So think of your shoulders. I feel a little pinch back of the shoulders. And down. Perfect. Okay, all okay there. Next, nice kind of shoulder movement again. What I want to do is lift the arms out, turn the hands to face up to the ceiling, and then open to your sides from that position. So I just want to show that's the position. From there, slowly pull back. Just slowly pull back. You'll see I don't want to go too vigorous or too much kind of intensity here. Just a little pulse back. The arms are straight, hands face to the ceiling, and you're just slowly pulling back. So with the hands up, shoulders are in a nice open position. And it should feel like quite nice, particularly after. It might feel a little bit tight, tense as we perform it, but it should feel quite nice after. Just opening out. We'll go 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and relax. So even if you spend a lot of time kind of hunched, even just that action of opening, it just straightens, opens out the shoulder. The shoulder's often kind of tightened, hunched in, and just by turning the hand up and with that pull back action, we can just open out the shoulder a little bit. And that's one I do myself a couple of times during the day. If I just feel myself kind of tightening in when I'm on the laptop, doing some work there. So let's just do a little bit on the hips. I'm going to straighten my right leg out, lift out to the sides, lift back in. Or just that you can see that lift and back in. So just think a small little lift every time. Now you don't need to do this, but I'm just going to include my bottle there. It just really kind of hammers it home. Just lift over and back. As I say, don't worry, you can put your bottle there if you want that little bit of challenge. But I just kind of want to emphasize the little lift I'm getting here. That's why I've put it down. But by all means, put it down and you should get a little bit of extra challenge. Just lift over and back. And again, my body is straight. Everything from the hip. Rest of the body just stays fixed in position. So let's do another 3 of these. 2 and 1. Let's just do that same action on the left. Again, if you want to continue with your bottle, that's fine. A little mobility in the hips. Straighten the leg. And just lift over and back. But again, don't worry if you don't have the bottle there. Just to get that nice lifting action. I might actually even just slow myself. I was a little bit fast there. Just slow it down a little bit. Body is fixed. Control from your hip. Lift the leg over and back. And just so there's no kind of swipe or a rapid pull, just keep it very much controlled for 3, 2, and 1. Perfect. Okay. Excellent. So take a drink from that water bottle if you want. And what we'll do now is just a couple of stretches to relax ourselves down. So as I say, try and keep our later session just a little bit more laid back. Just a little bit of a slower session down. So as I say, try and keep our later session just a little bit more laid back. Just a little bit of a slower session because I know a lot of people are working hard. Those 11 o'clock sessions are tough. So nice to just have a slower session where we can just chill a little bit. So a couple of stretches just to relax ourselves back down. What I'm going to do first is straighten the leg out and hold that position. Okay. Next, if I point the toes forward away from myself, again I just hold and then pull the toes back in towards myself. And again I hold. So same again, point the toes forward, straighten out, just hold the leg out first before we move the feet. Then I will point the toes forward, hold that position, and then slowly pull the toes back and pull the toes back. and rest down. Next one. Again, hopefully this works okay on camera. It kind of works a little bit maybe easier in class. Well, let's just try it out. What I want to do is press my right leg into the ground. So push the foot quite hard till you feel a little tension into the ground, and your left side should naturally lift up. Okay, so because I'm putting one, relax. Now with my left leg, press hard into the ground. So push the foot into the ground, and the right side naturally lifts. You have to push quite hard, a little bit of tension through that left leg into the ground. Get the opposite side to lift. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and relax down. So next, what I'll do is arms across chest, and then pull back and hold. Open the arms out. So think like a W shape here. See that okay? And then relax. Across the chest. Pull back, just open out. So think open out your chest. Nice little squeeze between shoulder blades. And relax back in. Once more, pull back, squeeze shoulder blades together, open out the chest. And relax back in. Perfect. Just holding a stretch we did earlier. So the arm out, thumb up. Rotate backwards. And I'm going to hold that position. So rotate the arm back, hold, and relax down. Again, left arm out. Rotate the arm backwards, as far as I comfortably can. Hold for a few seconds. And then slowly rotate the arm forward, as far as I comfortably can. And I hold that stretch. And back down. Next, just to bring the arms out straight. Lift, I should have started in a simpler position. So just so you have the best view. Lift the hands up, hold. Okay. So you can see just from the wrists, I've just lifted the hands up. Just hold that position, make a little stretch along the forearm. And then the opposite, lower the hands down. So we do a lot of kind of bigger moves like everywhere else. And back in. Perfect. And then just another little one, just because I mentioned little movements. Think fingers. Think those little things like opening milk cartons. You need a little bit of movement in the fingers. So fingers all together. Spread them apart. And then back in. Spread apart. Back in. Once more. Spread apart and hold. Back in. And down. Okay. So finally, just a little bit of breathing to relax. Hands side of head. Elbows in front. Big deep breath in. Elbows back. And then release. Elbows in. Air in. Open position. And release. Air in. And release. 2 more. Air in. And relax. Okay, so that concludes our session today. Thanks very much for joining us. Again, we'll be back tomorrow at 11 o'clock with a community with a workout, and then we'll have a slower chair session at 2 o'clock. And again, if you could please like, and particularly on YouTube, if you could subscribe, that does gives us a lot of help. And any kind of feedback, do let us know. And enjoy the rest of your day, and I hope you had a very nice Easter. So we'll see you again soon, and good luck everyone. And well done everyone on YouTube. See you soon.